Hi, has your child ever had problems with anger management? Has a trip to the grocery store ever been cut short by an outburst or a temper tantrum? While children with emotional control issues like these typically resist traditional therapy, they are often able to stay locked into a video game for hours at a time. With this in mind, we created SNEK. SNEK is the perfect solution for children's therapy. By combining the popular SNEK game with measurement of stress indicators such as heart rate, skin conductance, and skin temperature, the level of stress the child is experiencing directly correlates to the speed and the difficulty of the SNEK game. As the child becomes more stressed, gameplay becomes much more challenging, and the SNEK game moves faster around the board. The only way for the child to control this and make the game slower and more manageable is for the child to employ stress management techniques to lower their stress indicators. Over time, and with several sessions, these techniques will become easier for the children, and then their emotional control skills will be strengthened even when they're not playing SNEK. Now we will see a demonstration of the actual gameplay. As you can see here, the therapist is entering in the username and today's date to begin the session and initialize the data to be saved in a later artifact. Next, the therapist will decide whether or not to record a baseline for today's session. Once the therapist chooses to record a baseline, the system will take in skin temperature, skin conductance, and heart rate data from the sensors for 45 seconds, normalizing the individual child's stress indicators for gameplay. Then the game will begin. One of the technical aspects of the system we are most proud of is the total stress estimate and how it affects gameplay. When skin temperature decreases, skin conductance increases, and heart rate increases, the SNEK moves faster in response to the higher calculated total stress estimate. When the opposite happens, the game slows down.
To demonstrate how the TSE changes the speed of the SNEK game, we're going to alter the skin conductance by taking these GSR sensors and placing them together, giving a maxed skin conductance, and then pulling them apart and giving the minimum skin conductance and observing the change in the game speed. So if you come close, you can see that as the GSR sensors are brought together, the SNEK begins to speed up, and as they're pulled apart, it begins to slow back down.
After 5 minutes, or when the therapist chooses to terminate the session, the system will allow the therapist to save or discard the data from today's session. Finally, graphs of the biological indicator data from the session, along with cursors for each plot, are displayed for the therapist to analyze after the conclusion of the session.